Scene script. Have you ever imagined what life would be like if we lived in the sea? Picture this, a world where our homes are not bound by bricks and mortar, but by the boundless expanse of the ocean. A world where our neighbors are not people, but an array of fascinating marine life. This is not merely a flight of fancy, but a hypothetical scenario that could present unique challenges and opportunities. Imagine the freedom of traversing the ocean depths, unhindered by gravity. Consider the beauty of waking up to a coral reef instead of a concrete jungle. But this watery world would also come with its own set of challenges. How would we communicate, stay healthy, or even go about our daily routines underwater? The ocean, with all its wonders and dangers, would certainly make for an interesting home. Now let's dive deeper into what a day in the life of a sea-dwelling human might look like. Imagine waking up to the sight of colorful coral reefs and exotic sea creatures each morning. Your alarm clock, the soft rhythmic ebb and flow of the ocean currents. Now that's a way to start your day. Upon waking, you'd stretch out, feeling the cool ocean water against your skin. There's no need for a hot shower to wake you up in this world. The refreshing chill of the sea does it instantly. Each morning, you'd also have the privilege of witnessing the magical underwater sunrise, a kaleidoscope of colors painting the ocean's surface. Breakfast would be a whole new culinary adventure. Instead of the usual toast and eggs, picture feasting on a platter of seaweed and other marine plants. The kelp, with its salty sweet taste, would be the perfect substitute for bacon, while sea lettuce and other edible algae would be the equivalent of your greens. Not to mention the myriad of nutritious sea fruits you'd find at your doorstep, ready to be picked and enjoyed. Once you're nourished and ready for the day, commuting to work or school wouldn't involve traffic jams or crowded buses. Instead, you'd navigate through the underwater world using ocean currents, much like highways of the sea. You'd pass by coral skyscrapers, schools of fish darting in unison like a synchronized dance, and perhaps even spot a playful dolphin or two on your way. And let's not forget the occasional pit stop at your favorite sea anemone coffee shop for a quick cup of hot sea cucumber coffee, a unique brew that's sure to kickstart your day. Living underwater might seem like a fantasy, but it's a lifestyle that's not completely out of reach. With advancements in technology and our understanding of marine life, we could one day adapt to life beneath the waves. It's a world where the mundane becomes extraordinary, and the daily grind is anything but ordinary. By now, you might be wondering how we would communicate underwater. Let's explore that next. In the depths of the ocean, sound travels faster and farther than it does in air. This intriguing fact paves the way for a whole new realm of communication possibilities. If we lived in the sea, we would need to adapt our communication methods to this unique environment. Just like air, water is a medium through which sound waves can travel. However, the properties of water allow sound waves to travel up to 4 times faster than they would in the air. This speed, combined with the vast distances that sound can cover underwater, would necessitate a shift in how we communicate. We might evolve a language of clicks, whistles, and other sounds, much like dolphins and whales have. These creatures have developed complex communication systems that allow them to interact with each other, even across great distances. Dolphins, for example, use a series of clicks and whistles to convey messages, while whales use haunting songs that can be heard miles away. Humans have always shown a remarkable ability to adapt to new environments. Therefore, it's plausible to think we might develop a similar language if we were to live underwater. Our vocal cords could evolve to produce a wider range of sounds, or we might learn to use our bodies to create other types of sound signals. On the other hand, technology could play a significant role in our underwater communication. We could develop devices that convert our speech into underwater-friendly sounds, or even into light signals. Imagine a device that translates your words into a series of pulses or colors, like a visual Morse code. Such technologies could open up a world of possibilities and redefine how we think about communication. In essence, living underwater would force us to rethink and reinvent our ways of communication. We would need to adapt to the unique properties of water and the way sound behaves in this environment. Whether through biological evolution or technological innovation, we would find a way to converse, to share ideas, and to express our feelings and thoughts. Communication is key, but so is staying healthy. Let's see how that would work underwater. Staying healthy in an underwater environment presents unique challenges. In this aquatic world, humans would need to adapt not only to the physical pressures, but also to a completely different set of health risks and potential dangers. Let's talk about pressure first. The deeper you go underwater, the more pressure you're under, quite literally. At great depths, humans could face decompression sickness, also known as the bends. This is caused by the formation of gas bubbles in the body due to a rapid decrease in pressure. To combat this, we'd need to develop technology or biological adaptations that allow us to safely withstand these pressures. Think of it as developing our own inbuilt pressure regulator, just like deep-sea creatures. Now, onto the marine predators. Living underwater would mean sharing our environment with a vast array of sea creatures, some of which could pose a threat. Safety measures might include creating secure living spaces that deter predators. Or perhaps we could develop a better understanding and coexistence with these creatures through research and observation. After all, living in harmony with nature is always the best approach. And let's not forget about the natural hazards. Underwater volcanoes, earthquakes and tsunamis are all very real threats in the ocean. We'd need robust and flexible structures to withstand these events, along with advanced warning systems to ensure our safety. But it's not all about survival. Maintaining good health would also be crucial. Nutritional needs would change as traditional food sources would be replaced by a largely seafood and seaweed diet. And can you imagine how medical treatments might adapt underwater? Perhaps we'd see a surge in water-based therapies and treatments. Living in the sea would certainly be an adventure, wouldn't it? But what about leisure activities? All work and no play makes for a dull day, even underwater. Imagine the possibilities of leisure activities if we lived in the sea. The sheer variety of experiences would be enough to make any land dweller envious. Let's dive into some of them. Firstly, swimming races would take on a whole new dimension. No longer confined to a rectangular pool, races could be held across vast stretches of the ocean, around coral reefs, through kelp forests, and down into deep trenches. The thrill of such a race would be unparalleled, combining speed, agility, and the stunning underwater scenery. And who knows, maybe we'd even develop some friendly competition with the dolphins. Next, let's talk about exploring. The sea is a vast, largely unexplored frontier, filled with hidden treasures and secrets waiting to be discovered. Underwater caves would offer a whole new world of exploration with their dark corridors and hidden chambers. It would be like spelunking, but with the added thrill of being surrounded by water and marine life. The sense of adventure and discovery would be unlike anything we experience on land. Lastly, observing marine wildlife would become a favorite pastime. Picture this. Instead of going to a zoo or watching a nature documentary, you could simply swim out to your backyard reef and watch the sea life in its natural habitat. You could see the intricate dances of the cuttlefish, the graceful ballet of the manta rays, and the playful antics of the sea otters. It would be an immersive experience, bringing us closer to nature and reminding us of the beauty and diversity of life on our planet. Life in the sea would be a whole new world of experiences. But let's not forget, every day must come to an end. As the sun sets, the sea becomes a different world lit by the bioluminescent glow of marine life. The close of day ushers in a unique symphony of colors and lights, painting a mesmerizing tableau of life beneath the waves. Dinner time in this aquatic haven is a delightful affair. Imagine feasting on a spread of the ocean's bounty, freshly foraged and prepared with care. From the delicate flavors of seaweed salad to the rich, hearty taste of shellfish, the sea provides in abundance. Evening activities range from the tranquil to the thrilling. Some may choose to float lazily, watching the dance of the bioluminescent creatures. Others might engage in nighttime explorations, guided by the natural light show above and below. When it's time to sleep, imagine the unique sensation of being cradled by the gentle ebb and flow of the ocean currents, surrounded by the soft murmur of the sea. And so, under a blanket of stars reflected on the surface above, our day in the sea comes to a close. So, what have we learned from our hypothetical day as sea dwellers? Our journey began by waking up to a watery world, adapting to an environment that's entirely unlike our terrestrial home. We navigated the unique challenges of a morning routine submerged in the ocean's depths, realizing how even the simplest tasks become fascinating puzzles underwater. Next, we delved into the realm of underwater communication. We discovered how aquatic inhabitants use a variety of methods, from color changes to sound waves, to interact with each other in the deep blue. Health and safety, too, took on a whole new meaning beneath the waves. We explored the precautions we'd need to take to ensure our well-being in this alien environment. Then for leisure activities, we imagined how we might spend our free time, from underwater sports to observing the marine fauna. While living in the sea remains a fascinating thought experiment, it reminds us of the wonders of marine life and the importance of conserving our oceans. After all, we are all connected by the water that covers our planet.